absence. Out to and by, and now it's wider still, and here goes a race to the corner for Tommy Makinson to score. We're going to have to wait for the decision.
Jacket is tackled too. We have a try.
Well, he said
full speed, and then we'll go into breaking this down now, please. We'll go slow on this same angle. Slow on this same angle, please. Camera 1 and slow. It's still legitimate. He bounces at this point, he's running at speed. And his torso and ball always end up over the line. Can we finish on full speed, please? Thank you, I've made my decision.
Well, there's the beauty of seeing it at full speed. I think he's going to give this, isn't he? Confirmation that Tommy Makinson has scored his 10th try of the season. It's his 187th Super League try, which is significant because that takes him clear into 7th position in the all-time Super League try scorers list. Here we go, Percival from the touchline, unfussy with that kicking style, just a couple of steps, but it's not gone over, so it remains at 4 points to 0.
Makinson, whether it's the spectacular in the corner or just a real sheer workman, like put your body in a position where you could get a whack. They throw plenty at you, Saints. They've gone down that short side. There's a bit of space there. He knows he's got to come back inside, and plenty of bodies.
Is it off the boot? Yes, it is. Left-footed, up in the air. Ryan goes up and juggles, and Ritson! T. Ritson will be the first try of the season for the tie flyer if it's given.
Offside. Time off. Right, Jack, that is tackle 5. We have no try.
But he might be denied.
For Matt Whitley being offside. If he's onside, can you also check the contest, please?
Tackle 5. We've got no try on field. We've got onside, offside to check first for you to ground of the ball. Onside, offside on that. Does Matt Whitley have both feet behind the ball? He does on that angle. Right, let's run this through. He's onside at this point.
Do not listen. Look up there. Do not come on this.
These chasers are all onside.
Okay. And you need to be careful over there as well.
Then going into who this comes off and in which direction. Right, we'll need something closer in on this, maybe from the opposite side.
Because it was the last.
You know, when he jumps for that ball, I just thought that he jumped too early. He's actually coming down. T. Ritson, look, for me, you can see Ethan Ryan gets above him. He's already coming down. The call is that he's knocked the ball on into Ryan. And
oh, now on this. Right. It hits T. Ritson's hand, and then it hits into Ethan Ryan, who is in front of him. So it's going to be a knock-on against Saints. I've made my decision.
So still he waits for that first try of the season. It's going to be no try, and it's going to be Salford who'll get the ball back here.
No try. It's the last tackle. Turnover on the 10.
Turnover.
Time off late.
Guilty of that, and Sneed might have been caught late.
well, there's a bit of panic, isn't there? Do you know, when he kicks this ball, you know that he's going to be under a bit of pressure.
Yeah.
We'll have a little look how late it is.
Yeah.
I'd just say there's a penalty. There's nothing else in that.
I've already told
he's
you
committed.
about this. All right. It's a late hit penalty.
It's the late hit that it's been given for, not the shepherd. I think Wonga Blake had every right to hold his line.
Up on that area.
It's the late hit from Sirenen.
I tell you what, I bet he was sucking in the big ones then, thinking, we're going to be 10 minutes in the bin, the way the season's gone with those late shots.
2. Time back on.
He's going for 2 here.
He was the best player in the competition. He's been the best 7 in the competition this year. He's incredible.
Walks back, kicks it well. Probably never in doubt. And they narrow the gap. It's St. Helens 4, Salford 2. 12 minutes of the first half remaining.
And that's it, 12 minutes of the first half remaining now, as Alex Walmsley's just waiting to get onto the field. Lewis is just loitering with intent behind him and just forces that error. And that's when Saints are at the best, isn't it? That unstructured play looks so good, so effective, so many threats.
Walmsley, Batchelor, Whitley, Knowles, all long-term absentees not that long ago, but all back again. But then just when they get the forwards back, they seem to be losing the backs, don't they? And you look at who St. Helens are missing: Wellesby, Lomax, and some big fellas as well in Matautia, Wingfield, Delaney and Hurrell. Penalty here
go back to the ball
for Salford. A word out of place.
Yeah, well, Curtis Sheridan obviously upset, but
and then it's an attempt penalty.
He's never going to change the ref's mind, is he? And you've got to make sure you discipline. The last 6 or 7 minutes, they've just been a bit sloppy, really. Giving away a couple of penalties. One of the penalties has led to points. Now they've gifted them yet again that field position that Marks needs so desperate to have.
You've got to admire this Salford durability, haven't you? 12 of their 13 matches this year that they've won with a winning margin of 12 or less. Tight games. They find a way very often. And here they are finding a way to put pressure on St. Helens. Did Nicarima knock it on? No, referee says again it was a steal.
Well, there's hands in, isn't there? There's hands around the ball, and Nicarima, he's trying to get up, play the ball. If you don't clear the ruck, you're going to give a penalty away. Look, you can just see Alex Walmsley desperate to just hold on to him. He's got hold of the ball. As he's trying to get up, there's just a little tug. There's a little hand in there, and that's it.
Decent completion rate from Salford as well at the moment, 13 out of 15. And I know the guys were talking about it in the build-up. Salford's completion rate this year has been very impressive. I think second only to Wigan over the season.
That's not stopping them playing. It just means that they're executing the plays better. They've not all of a sudden turned into a 5 drives and a kick.
No. So Sneed, never in doubt again. 2 out of 2, 4 points apiece. The finishing of Tommy Makinson up against the left boot of Mark Sneed so far tonight, and that's why we've got parity at 4 apiece with 6 minutes of the half remaining.
Well, no Salford fans who've turned up tonight and made the journey down the M62 will be confident from what their side have been producing. They've already beat Saints twice this year. Can they make it the treble?
Bell's going running out as a lead runner, but it comes back to Mbai. Mbai puts the kick over the top, and Cross is up there. Safe pair of hands, in danger momentarily of being dragged out, and is in the end put out of play. And again, St. Helens' defence is really turning it up here.
Yeah, absolutely. The opening 4 minutes of this second half, Tommy Makinson, when that ball goes up in the corner, you saw Mbai then just readjust and just think, right, we're going to kick it to the corner. We'll land it on Dean Cross's head. Tommy Makinson, along with Blake and Mbai, just drag him over the sideline. And from that strong defence, they'll get the ball centre field and have another crack at the line.
Waits to deliver another bullet here. Out it comes to Dodd. Walmsley, from an almost standing start, can't wreak the havoc that he would have liked to have done. Instead, he gets up and plays. And Bell now, off his left foot, but gathered in by those defenders. Salford rushing hard, working hard. St. Helens again, Mbai, and Siranan twists away, and on the end of that is Wanga Blake to score. Just as they did in the first half, St. Helens have claimed an early second half try. They hit the lead again, and Blake looks delighted.
Well, Blake scores the try. It was some aggressive defence on the outside from Chris Hankinson. We've said it all game how they're jamming in. They're making the decision to come in and just put a bit of doubt in the ball player's mind. They come down the right-hand side, and you could see that a couple of players there, as soon as Hankinson makes the decision to jump the line, it just opens the gate for Blake to go straight through that gap. And a nice little play, nice little tip on from Curtis Siranan to give the ball to the centre. In space, nobody there, rides the tackle of Mark Sneed and scores the opening try of the second half, which is what they needed playing at home in front of their fans.
Which shows you the difficulty here. 5 in from the touchline. Salford fans bellowing, trying to put him off his stride and get into his head. Percival has struck that all really well, really well. It's his first of the night, and it's 10 points to 4 St. Helens lead.
Look, if you're defending out wide and you make the decision, like Chris Hankinson did, to jam in, you've got to make the right decision. And you can just see when they go at the line, Curtis Siderson rides a tackle, Blake goes through, the gap's created. But nice play, building a bit of pressure.
Play the ball.
Nice touch in it.
St. Helens will get it. Sorry, Terry.
And T. Ritson, well, he makes a play for it under a bit of pressure, wasn't he? Out wide from Ethan Ryan.
They are in this wonderful position again here. Sneed, Nicarima.
It's fine, everyone's good.
A search inside by MacDonald. Full place to go for Salford here, looking to tie the game up again if they can. Shorrocks, Partington just didn't fancy the pass to the oncoming Callum Watkins. It's Sneed, and Sneed into the ring goal area, and Hankinson, has he got enough on that? He's claiming the try, he looks confident.
Jack got his tackle free.
What's he saying?
We have a try.
Try on the field.
Checking grounding by Hankinson, please.
Looking for the grounding from Hankinson.
Tackle 3, try on field. We're checking onside and grounding, please. Camera 4 for the onside. All chasers to the left are onside. Mark Sneed's the kicker. Let's run this through on the same angle for now. Yeah, keep running it through, keep running it through. And those players to the right are going to be outside the 10, so this is fine. We're going to need something from the other side. It's maybe going to be camera 1 is going to be our best. Camera 1 is going to be our best. We're slow on this angle, please. Really slow on this angle. At what point is that touched? Have we got any other angles of this? Camera 2 might be better for us. Right, and you can't really see on that. This one's coming now. Really slow on this angle, please. Really slow. Really slow. Right, keep going back on this same angle. Yes. Right, and pause them. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Pause the ball there. The ball is on the ground, so he needs to have downward pressure on that ball. He's got fingertips on the ball when it is on the ground. I've made my decision.
This is going to have a mixed reaction inside this stadium. Everybody's seen that big screen. They've all made their judgments, but only one judgment matters, and it is a Salford try. And Hankinson is giving it, literally. If he cuts his nails this morning, he might not have got that. But Salford are back in the game.
Wow. In life, Dave, you've just got to let things go.
So, Sneed to tie things up, and it's 3 out of 3. It's 10 points apiece, and Salford are just refusing to go away here.
Well, that is the story of Salford in 2024. They never give up. The tries awarded. Chris Hankinson makes a mistake down there in his own line that led to the opening try in the second half through Blake. He makes amends then, and Paul Wellens knows at 10 points apiece with 28 minutes to go. Saints are in a game now against Paul Rowley's men.
Get square. Go 5.
Dodd.
Give 10 in the middle. James, that's you.
End over end it spins. It's going to hit the grass. Where does it go after that? Oh, and it's knocked on, I think, by Blake. Oh, referee says play on. And Makinson will score. And Blake is celebrating behind it all. But inevitably,
Try on onside, offside.
some suspicion to that.
Right, Jack, that is tackle 5. I have no try. We're saying the players are onside. I've got no try for a knock-on in the air from Blake.
Wanga Blake knock-on in the air is the call.
Yeah, all the way through, please, now. Tracking Wacker Blake. No one's in position at that point. Wacker Blake is offside, and he then is involved in that play. I've made my decision.
Well, the original call was knock-on, but video referee clearly picking up the offside ahead of that potential knock-on, so it will be no try, and it will be a penalty for Salford. And a mooted boo from the Saints fans. I think they could see the offside, couldn't they?
Yeah.
St. Helens are missing some halves at the moment, aren't they? Wellesby and Lomax, and potentially now Lewis Dodd. John Wells, what news have you got for us?
Yeah, Lewis Dodd off the field, straight down the tunnel. I asked the doctor, not giving anything away. I will say, watching the Saints players come off at half-time, I did notice Lewis Dodd carrying that left arm a little gingerly, so that's maybe a hangover from the first half.
Thank you, John. So on they go. Just when St. Helens are getting all their forwards back, suddenly they've got a half-back problem. Another set here. Jake Burns picks up at dummy half inside for Knowles. Who'd be a Super League coach with all the injuries that you and man over the year? This is a step by Robertson, who twists away. Good work from the youngster. And Robertson's done terrifically well to take his side within sight. And with loads of tackles in the bag as well here. And by bouncing across the line. Little dummy shown, but not bought by those Salford defenders. Burns wants to get on with it. And now Knowles straighten things up. Back comes Burns. Eventually. Burns, and a short pass, and he's found his man. Joe Batchelor celebrating his recent return with only his second try of the season. But it's a big un. It's a big un, because it puts Saints back in the driving seat.
Well, great play. All hookers want someone to just punch a hole, and Jake Burns.
Stuff at the moment. Mellor coming right again. Little kick from Nicarima, goes to ground. Salford will get it back. And it's another set of six. Wave of the arm. Ryan finds a path, almost. Just about. I think it's young Burns who got there to make that tackle. But it's a zero tackle again. And it's a burst and a barge from Nelly MacDonald, who scores the try. And Salford now are within a conversion of drawing this match level again.
Well, he's been pretty quiet in this game for me, Nene MacDonald, although he still made the most meters, and more meters than any other Salford player. He comes up with the try. What's needed, a set restart that they get. It's on in front of them. Nene MacDonald says, no, tell you what, give me the ball. I'm going to make my own hole. He runs, steps off his right foot, manages to ride a couple of tackles, gets over the line, and that was coming. Saints down to 11 men. Ollie Partington in the bin for Salford. But that man, has he just given that lifeline? With a big kick to come here from Mark Sneed to level it up.
Here we go. 3 out of 3 so far tonight. This is 4th kick at goal so far this evening. And if you wanted anyone in Super League to kick a goal like that, he's your man. And we are all square at 16 points apiece with 8.5 minutes to go.
Well, Nene MacDonald's just given him a lifeline, and could they do the treble on Saints this year? What a performance from them.
They've got to pick themselves up to try to win this game. Golden point, extra time to come. It's finished in the 80. St. Helens 16, Salford 16.
Well, Rugby League had the honour of being the first live sport on the new Sky Sports Plus channel, and Super League, the Betfred Super League, John Wilkin and Sam Tompkins has delivered. Locked up 16 points apiece, and we head to golden point extra time.
Such a tight game, enthralling in so many ways. This toss is massive.
St. Helens have won the toss. The decision, Sam, is now theirs.
Yeah, I imagine they'll want to kick off. They'll want to back the defence, I think.
Yes, a big advantage.
Salford will kick off.
So I think it's a big advantage to kick off. I think you get a really good look at a good defensive set. You can suppress meterage. You're catching that first kick on the full. You're going to get the first chance at 1 point.
Who looks more likely, or can you tell?
Well, I think well, Salford have got the best kicker. You know, they've got Mark Sneed there ready. You know, Saints haven't got a recognised goal kicker in the side, so I'm not sure. I'd back Salford from this point.
Mark Sneed's tactically really the only brain on the field now, which is crazy, isn't it? All the Saints brains are on the touchline or injured. You know, Nikarima's a handy running player, but Mark Sneed's ran this game.
Darryl Clark has gone off for a HIA. We've just been fed that news. 16 points apiece, the first game of round 21. It's going to Golden Point, and you'll do it all in the company of Terry O'Connor and once more, Dave Woods.
There is an endless debate about the validity of Golden Point, but just at the moment, we absolutely love this. St. Helens, 5 Golden Point matches. They've won 3 of them. Salford, 4 Golden Point matches. They've won 3 of those. That counts for very little at the moment. It's all about who wins tonight. A massive positional shift to be had one way or the other. Where does it go?
Well,
Batchelor takes it in.
As well, Dave, like, because you're so desperate to get a quick play of the ball, knowing that you need to get that 1 point, you need to get that ruck speed. You've got to be really careful of planting the ball down on the ground in these slippy conditions and making a mistake.
St. Helens fans are adding their weight to the situation with that rendition of Saints Go Marching In, but Saints are a long way short of drop goal range here, surely. Yep. And Bai will take the sensible route of just sticking it up there and say to Salford, well, let's see what you've got here, and backing the defence to keep Salford away from range. Question is, what is Mark Sneed's range?
40 metres. Look, Saints have conceded 12 penalties in this game. If you concede a penalty in the next 2 or 3 sets, it could be crucial in the context of this game.
Doesn't have to be a drop goal. A try could win it as well. A penalty could win it. So everybody's sharp and focused. Shorrocks inside. 2 plays to go. Salford's players suggesting to the referee there could have been a penalty there, but he's having none of that. Sneed will just belt it downfield, and Robertson, foot on that, picks it up, runs it back. This is slight advantage St. Helens, only slight advantage if Robertson can get any further downfield, but oh, he's done really well again. He's done really well again.
You just can't get hold of him. Always beats the first man, young Robertson.
T. Ritson with the next carry. Burns inside for Makinson. Makinson within 5 of the halfway. Wormsley now matched up by a couple of Salford defenders who put him to the ground, face in the grass, halfway line. Burns again. Knowles now just carrying it straight. Where are we at now in terms of range? Well, again, I don't think they're not. Again, and Bai will just stick it up there. They're playing the waiting game, St. Helens. Not got anybody who can go from a long way out for a drop goal attempt with any confidence. So hoping that Salford can be forced into a mistake deep inside their own half.
That's it. Quite happy to get into the battle here now, turn them round and then come up and back the defence and see what they can do.
Dudson takes it further. Mellor goes out of dummy half.
Well, he missed the chance with Nene MacDonald then, who come from the right over to the left-hand side then.
This is a search through Nikarima, who's got a bit of pace. Offers it back inside for Ryan, but St. Helens pair, Bell and Percival, read that. They knew what was coming. So again, it's a boot of Sneed, but not a drop goal attempt, surely. No, it's not. Just drilling it towards the corner. It's a good kick, but it needs a good chase. For Salford to pin Saints here. Robertson again, spins away. Brilliant stuff from the fullback. Robertson finds a gap, and that is a moment that could change the balance of this game.
That's a huge win on player 1, but that was a laboured chase from Salford.
And Wormsley rampaging for 2 carries, and they're within about 40 metres, and Makinson can carry that on by another stride or 2. Burns, slow play. Walmsley again. Anxious for the heavy labour. Anxious looks from the coaching box. Burns. Short pass. Lees. Now they're in range. Now they have a chance. Mbai's the favourite. Robertson's there as well. Back it comes to Mbai. Let's fly with the left foot. And it creeps its way over the crossbar. And deep into the memory. What does that mean for St. Helens' season? Is this the night that they prove to themselves that they can still have a successful year? They've had to do it the hard way. They've done it for their coach. Salford disappointed, but what a battle and what a finish.
Outstanding from both sets of players. For the full 80 minutes, it was frantic the last 15 minutes. It's soul destroying. You go through, you give it your absolute all, you come away with nothing. Well, that's what's happened. If you lose Golden Point, it's so difficult, but Saints certainly found a way to win. And what about this from Harry Robertson, the young 18-year-old on player one, makes 30 metres, gets him in a good position. Alex Walmsley then picks up behind that, and then Mbai gets into that position in the pocket, slots the ball over, just goes over the crossbar, and it's enough. Calm, cool, collected, did what he had to do. And there's the points. Game, set and match to Saints.
Don't we just love this rugby league? It keeps on delivering. We've got 6 more weeks of a regular season. Oh, can the nerves stand it? Well, it's an important win for that man. It's an important win for that team. St. Helens have just about sneaked their way home, 17 points to 16. They've beaten a very, very brave Salford.
Thank you very much, Dave. Terry, yes, a 1-point victory. And